Hello. No, okay.
Focus.
Hydrate. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Kimberly McAlindin, and welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. I have a special guest today. We're having a girly sleepover. This is Tabbethia.
I told her when I started, I was going to be like, blink once if you're being held against your will.
All right, so I liquored her up and said, come and sit on the vlog.
This was not the plan.
And she had a sweatshirt on, and she was like, oh my gosh, I have a sweatshirt on. I was like, I have a sweatshirt on, and I'll give you a sweater to wear. I believe
she
I
has
have
a couple sweaters. So what am I wearing here, Kimberly?
You're wearing the quilted pullover. I think that was last year or the year before. I think that was the year before. I think this was 2023.
It's cozy.
Isn't it cozy?
It is because it's cold as hell up here.
It's freezing. I'm not lying when I tell people it's really cold up here.
If you die, you're not going to decompose. I'll tell you that much.
Noted. All right. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to open up day 3 of a Hallmark holiday from Vita Lifestyle. And I do want to tell you that I was knitting feverishly to get caught up. I've been a little bit behind because of the launch of Warm Regards, the sweater, my Advent sweater this year. Here's one from the past.
I'm always the comedic relief, the model, whatever I need to be.
Exactly. So here is day 3.
I do love those colors. I said that to Kimberly earlier.
Aren't
These
they
are
beautiful?
so my tones.
These are from the Cozy Knitter.
Love it.
I can't wait. So I actually have both of these. I decided to go with the contrasting cuff, and they're both all up to date, up to day 3, which is excellent. And then I started Warm Regards and with the Vita Advent, and I am almost done with day 2. I will be up to date later if Tabbethia and I don't get to spinning some yarn, because I am dying to spin some yarn.
And she said she's got 2 wheels because my wheel's at home. So
yes.
I don't know. That sounds like that might be something we'll be doing
that be
tonight.
Fun?
It would be.
What are you drinking?
Oh, so this is a handcrafted cocktail by the one and only. It's a pear martini, and it's fabulous.
It smells really good. So here we go. I am making the first size, number 1, which is a 40 circumference. So the largest part is 40 inches, and you can see here is the first one, and here is the second one. So I'm almost done. Yay! So there is that. And now I will. We're gonna go to day 3. Do you want to open it? It's called Hot Cocoa Bar.
I'm not going to open it because my nails are jank.
Oh. So are mine. I broke 2. Ooh.
It's like
Pretty.
natural.
It's like
I like
it too. I like this color a lot. Oh, geez, Louise. Let's fancy her up. Get ready for your close-up.
Pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous? Hot Cocoa Bar.
Everybody knows I love me a good brown.
You do love brown.
I love my browns.
You do.
Always trying to champion for the brown. And actually somebody sent me an article from the New York Times that brown is in this year.
Oh, thank goodness.
Absolutely. We just have to convince everybody else of that.
So I will add this. Tomorrow I will be all caught up. I am very excited to be caught up with my knitting because I can't wait to spin. What are we doing together?
We're doing lots of things together. We're doing some things together now, and then we have some things coming up.
I know, it's exciting.
I have a bag of yarn with me.
Did you bring it up here?
Of course I did.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. But first, let's talk about the sheep locks wreath.
Yes, yeah, that'd be great.
Want to know why?
Why?
Because we have a class coming up December 16th.
Actually, it's our third class. And that's because the first 2 classes sold out.
Yes, so we added more. It is on a Tuesday evening because I think the weekends are difficult in December because everyone's having parties.
Yeah, so this one is December 16th. It's Tuesday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. We do have to close registration on December 8th because USPS Postal Service is not in our favor this year. So we want to make sure that you get your kit in advance. So that means you have until Monday to sign up for this class with us.
Now this is a larger size. This is the 8-inch size. You will be making,
Right here.
I know, but you can't really see, but you'll be making this wee little itty bitty size. But the locks you're giving out are more like this.
They
right?
are, yeah.
This
they're
is what
more
you
of
have
this color.
now.
We're doing a variety of it, yeah. It's technically a mixture of Gotland and Cotswold, even though the class is called Crafting with Cotswold because we love alliteration. So it sounds great.
Well, when it started, it was Crafting with Cotswold.
Yeah.
So this is my step out, so you can kind of see. Wait.
And you
can you
actually
see the
see the
sexy
styrofoam.
seam? Look at that seam. Isn't that gorgeous? So you're going to learn a couple things from me. You're definitely going to learn the technique. You're going to learn the crochet cast on and then my sexy seam. But what you learned from Tabbethia is all about the animal and what she does as a shepherdess. Now, Tabbethia has a farm on Long Island. And why don't you tell us about your, why don't you tell us about your farm?
So I have a 17-acre farm on Long Island.
I said on Long Island.
Not in Long Island. And even though everyone knows me as the Llama Mama, we do have a variety of breeds of sheep. And I shear a lot of these sheep, Cotswolds, Gotlands, and to date, it is more of a fiber that maybe doesn't always translate into what we would call like a next to skin softness. And it's a bit more rustic. And so anyway, when Kimberly came up with this brilliant idea about 4 years ago.
It's only taken 4 years.
No. It was maybe 4 years ago.
Doing it.
It took us a year to bring it to fruition. And honestly, people love it. And for me, I love it. It just gets me so excited to be able to have given these curls, like these sheep, like a new purpose in life.
Yeah.
And that literally is, I mean, I'm just going through bags and bags and bags of curls. I mean, now I buy them, I scoop them up. I mean.
Well, what in the past, before we had this, what would you do when you go as a shearer and the farmer doesn't want their fleece? What happens to it?
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, in the earlier years, I would take everything. And then much like so many of our yarny friends that have to go on fiber diets, I would have to go on a fleece diet. Because when I tell you I have a cargo trailer full of fleeces.
Been in it.
Kimberly's
it's
been
heaven
in
on
it.
earth.
Then I also have it in the upstairs attic of a shed. Then I also have it upstairs in my hay loft. I mean, there's just fiber and fleece everywhere. So yeah, I mean, I really had to be a lot more restrictive, I guess, of what I would take home. And some of the people that I shear for, they want their fleeces, but really more often than not, I shear for a lot of pet owners. So they don't really care about the fleeces. And with this particular types of fleece, again, because it's more rustic, we were just talking about your weaving. It's great for weaving. So we actually did a line of handbags once. So it just has different purposes and not necessarily as yarn, although I have done it as yarn before. So I really dare say, like, a lot of it would just go in the garbage.
Oh, what a shame.
I know, but there's so much fiber out there that some of it does deserve to go in the garbage. People don't think about that.
Well, I've had some like janky fleeces that whether I didn't get to them in time or I look into the camera.
Oh, sorry. I'm just looking at you.
We're talking to our friends.
I know, but I'm looking at you. I just get mesmerized. It's a conversation. Okay.
Where I will take the fleece that I've washed and it's not worth it to me to process something that has a lot of vegetable matter in it, or it just didn't turn out right. So I live next door to a little bit of a woodsy patch, and so I take those fleeces and I lay it out there. So it would be a great thing for the environment because it is compostable, and it is great for the little critters around here. I see the birds taking it, and we have a lot of squirrels around here, and so I just kind of feel like I'm giving it back. But I think one of the things that's really important is that the animals grow it. Sometimes you have to shear, like especially Cotswolds, you have to shear them twice a year.
Twice a year.
Because they're considered a long wool, and they are fleece growers.
Well, and people don't think about, like, as animals get older, just like when people get older, the hair changes. It still has to come off. It's still a sweater. They still have to be happy and healthy and cool and safe, for the summer. But that doesn't mean what you're taking off is usable in the sense of what we think of. And you can only have so many nesting fiber kits. There's only so many nests the birds can make. I mean, now we have the wool pellets. That's the other thing, where you can pelletize this wool that is otherwise unusable for other things. And then that becomes a soil amendment. So that's another whole new cool thing.
I love that. I love that you're doing that because it's just another avenue.
Well, because
use.
Otherwise it's stuff that would just get thrown out. And again, like now you're upcycling it. So everything has a purpose. You just have to figure out what it is, right? There's felted insoles. I mean, there's uses for all different kinds of fiber. But the most exciting thing is that, like, now these curls for me have, like, taken on a completely new life. And I mean, I think the important thing is we try to tell people making the wreath is just a vehicle to learning the technique to then be able to add it to your knitting. So, we don't have any of it here because I was not prepared, and I have all the things at home. I think we have a little wee stocking somewhere.
We do have a wee stocking.
But we have a couple of patterns that have really done well. We've got a fingerless mitts where the cuff is done in curls.
Have a pair here.
Kimberly's lovely popover is now enhanced with curls at the bottom. We have the shepherd's embrace where we've got curls around the collar. And then we've got these cute little wee stockings. And then we've got larger stockings. And I will say, I mean, I know she's got her plate full, but I'm like, oh, that's in crystals.
Yeah.
We were just talking about texting Crystal.
These are the Mumford mitts.
Yeah, that was for one of her boxes.
What a great segue. We didn't even practice this.
Okay, because I was like, oh no, did I say something wrong?
No, this is so great. I'm going to have to get up again. But I wanted to tell you all that I am doing a giveaway. Hold, please.
I'll keep going. Anyway, so the whole thing about this, and we do need to add a new pattern on. Oh, she's really going. But there's just so many great ways to be able to include this. And then as part of the class, people get so excited. And the community that we have on Zoom, everyone starts sharing ideas about how they see enhancing something that, and you know what? You're wearing the shoreline shawl. And you know what I was thinking?
I know.
Is doing some bigger shawl, like stole, where it's all along the edges. And then you're kind of wrapping it around. You got curls all around you.
Well, wouldn't that be good for our knit along coming up?
Well, I mean, yes. I just didn't know, depending on, you've got other ideas with that.
I do, but it's not set in stone yet.
No, it's not. It's not. So
this is what happens to us. We just start.
The cool thing is you can just add it to anything. So this is a giveaway?
Yes. So
this is a big giveaway.
I know. Our friend Crystal of Factory Girl Yarn and Fiber, she had these boxes. Now, you kind of have to be a spinner because it has spinning fiber in it. I showed on Monday, I showed her spinning fiber, but she's also dyeing yarn as well now on top of all the other things she does.
And just tying it in, she actually bought some curls from me and she dyed them, or is supposed to be, and I literally just texted her and I was like, hey, how did it go? Because if it was successful, I'd love to send you some curls and we could get colored curls.
Ooh, that would be so much fun. So this is her Desert Frost Solstice box.
So she does these quarterly, right?
Well, this was her Christmas. This is her special, the Solstice box that has, it has a lot of things to do, and it starts on December 10th. I bought 2 boxes to share one with all of you. So I have my own. That's how I shop. One for you, one for me. one for you and one for me. I'm telling you, this box is gigantic. And so what you have to do is you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to my Instagram, and leave a comment on any one of the Vlogmas episodes. So we have 1, 2, 3 so far. Leave a comment. Do it on today's. It would be a lot easier. And then on Monday, I will pick a winner and send it out on Tuesday morning.
So we're not opening it.
We're not opening it.
Okay, so it'll be a surprise.
But this is
it's for
18
spinners,
by
you're
12
saying.
by 6. Yes, it has spinning fiber in it. This is a spinning box.
Cool.
Isn't that amazing?
That is cool.
It's
and like you said,
gigantic.
in the whole segue, we didn't even plan it. That was perfect.
But yes, I'm very excited. Look at how pretty it looks over here.
It is.
All right. What else do you want to talk? Oh,
Yeah.
How can people get in touch with you? It'll all be in the description box.
Yeah.
But so Tabbethia has an online store. So for those of you that don't know, Tabbethia and I, we collaborate a lot. Whenever we get together and have girls' nights, we get very creative, and we just throw ideas back and forth. And so if you are interested in any of her amazing, amazing yarn, she did talk about, she does have curls. She has those pellets that you can use. I had to learn what an aerate the soil thing is, but if you're a gardener, you know exactly what it is. And
The most important thing, though, is you can go to my site
Yes.
to be able to register for our class.
oh, that's right.
Yes.
And it's a Zoom class, so it is really super fun.
And it's only $30. $30 for a 2-hour Zoom class. Materials included, so it's amazing. And once we launch...
But wait, there's more.
And once we launch our 5th annual Life and Rainbows Knit-Along, that'll launch actually on 12/26, because that will be the kickoff of my TDOC, which is my take on kind of an Advent, because I could never be that organized to do an actual Advent, but we do 12 days of sort of like podcasting, and Kimberly and I are going to kick it off together. We're going to kick off our 5th knit-along, and that's kind of what tonight was all about. Was I brought yarn to be able to brainstorm and
Haven't seen
figure
it yet.
out what direction we're going to go in.
Haven't seen it yet.
Do you wanna
Very
see it?
excited. Yeah, let me see.
Okay. Now I have to go up screen.
Oh, please.
All right. Well, we knew that it was going to be fingering weight.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you want to say.
It's going to be an accessory this year. Last year we did a sweater. I'll put a photo of it up on the screen, and that was the EVB sweater. It was a really, really fun
Color work.
color work. And then
Collection.
And then there was a cowl and a hat as well. It turned out to be a collection. I didn't mean for it to happen. But
We never mean for that to happen.
Just happened naturally.
But we did decide after that, though, that I think going forward, it was always going to be like a larger piece, even though it's an
Right.
accessory, and then a smaller piece, because that's maybe a little easier for people to digest if
Correct.
they don't feel like they want to dive into something bigger.
Correct. And they don't have to buy your yarn.
No, not at all. I mean, the whole thing, like we try to tell people, we call it a knit-along, but it's a workshop, and that's really
Right.
because Kimberly's amazing, and she's an amazing teacher, and again, I'm
Aw.
just sort of the sidekick for it all. So we know it's going to be fingering, but you didn't mention it's going to be learning to do what on your knits?
Embroider.
There you go. I feel like that's really in now.
It is really in now. Yep. Like visible mending and all that stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So I brought some fingering options for Kimberly to be able to contemplate. I provide the template, and then of course she provides the inspiration. So I just kind of grabbed some of the fingering yarn that I have on hand. Now I of course also do intend to enlist some of my other indie dyer friends to be able to create maybe some more colorful palette options for people, because a lot of what I have tends to be in the naturals, and we try to come up for something for everybody.
Look at how beautiful this yarn is. And I wish you had Feel a Vision. This yarn, it's just, I love this yarn. What is this, though?
So that's the Falkland. So that's the one that I get from Linda Courtwright. And the really interesting thing about that, clearly I am not shearing sheep down in the Falkland Islands. So we do access that. But it is still something that isn't otherwise accessible to the general public. And it's... just really, I learned so much about this in particular, and it's actually a wool in which the micron count is lower than cashmere.
Wow.
So that's
So
one
for
in
those
particular.
of those people that don't know what a micron count is, what is that?
Yeah, so micron count is the way in which we measure the softness. I don't want to use that because it's not, I mean, not every yarn is soft, but in a sense, it's the way you measure the individual fibers. And so the larger, it would seem otherwise contrary, but the larger the number, actually the coarser the fiber, the lower the number, the softer the fiber. And so I believe this is a 18.5 micron count. The other super cool thing that I learned about these sheep is that because they live on the shoreline, if you will, of the Falkland Islands, that it is actually, because if you hold it up next to this, so you'll see like this is, I'm just geeking out. So you'll see this yarn here is more of like an ecru versus the Falkland, which looks white. And I used to say that the white yarns that I have, it's as white as real white gets.
Right,
So,
right, all right.
yeah. So what about this is because the sheep are on the shoreline, so their fleeces are so free from vegetation, they are getting beat by the salt water from that's keeping their fleeces clean. They do not have a lot of what we call VM, which essentially stains the fleece, which I learned about, which I didn't even think about. So just based on their environment where they live, they are known to be like the truest of white of fleeces because of those factors.
Are they spun at the same mill?
No, totally different. No, this is
tell.
done in the Falkland. Like I get these from the Falkland. Yeah. So it's kind of cool.
I love it. I love these ones. And she brought two, so she kind of knows.
Well, because I knew she was already saying. And then the cool thing is we can get those dyed, of course. Now, the only reason why I also love these is these are two of my farm-based yarns. So that means they're part of my Shear and Share Tour collection. Again, I did not go to the Falklands and shear those sheep, but these are fibers that I sheared and then had processed and milled from scratch. This in particular is my Layla, Georgia, Munson. Yeah. So there's faces attached to this. This one, I can't remember all the faces, but it was a conglomerate of alpacas that I had sheared. So this is a llama-based yarn, and then this is an alpaca-based yarn.
So how does this, I guess I'm going to have to look this up because like different yarns act a different way.
Yeah.
Right. So
and I was almost wondering if that was like too delicate for embroidering. That's why, because again, I don't know, but I remember saying that to you because I'm not sure if you, I don't know. That's
leave them with me. I'll let you know.
Which also means you'll never see them again.
They're mine.
The benefit of being a designer.
I know, but look at how beautiful.
And then white picket fence. You love white
picket
picket fence. I mean, that's on its way out, so that's going to become vintage. I mean, when that's done, that's done.
Yeah, that's
because
sad.
Interestingly enough, this was my attempt to recreate white picket fence.
Yeah, but I like it.
No, it is beautiful, but it's just
different.
Like different mills, I'm learning because there's so many changes post-COVID. That's almost the same percentage, and it's just different mills spin differently.
Yeah.
That just has, this is alpaca, merino, silk, same thing, slightly different percentage, but just a totally different feel. Both lovely, but just different.
They're gorgeous. I really like this new one. How many yardage? 279.
Well, but it's still priced accordingly,
I didn't look at the price tags because she's my friend.
I just mean it's priced accordingly. Again, every mill also does it differently. So my fingerings always used to be done in 400-yard put-ups. Different mills operate differently. And so it's just kind of all over the place. You know what? We just got to roll with it.
This is 297.
Yeah.
Wow. But I love that the labels have Shear and Share.
Yeah.
Shorn by Tabbethia. I love that.
So options.
Well, we are going to I'm going to go make dinner. And Tabbetha's going to
Continue
keep
to sip on my martini.
keep me company. We have lots of time. I hope that wherever you are, you have a fiber friend or just a friend in general, like I have in Tabbetha. It is, not only is it like just great to hang out, but when we're together, she brings out the best and the creativity in me, and hopefully I make her laugh and feed her drinks.
She doesn't have to do that. But no, it really, in all seriousness, like
nice.
Sometimes if we're just both of us not feeling overly inspired, all it takes, like even when I came here, right? I was like, I'm tired, and then we just start talking and then just slowly getting into it. And then, I always just feel revived and inspired, and my creativity comes back, and it's just fun.
It's almost like what fiber festivals do for you. Like if you're kind of in a funk and you're in a place where, you're very kind of alone in doing your craft and you want that community. That's why I love doing the Zoom classes, and I love you have community night, and which you can find on her website. And it's just really nice that if you can't go there in person, that you just have that connection or that person with a fiber person. That's why there's always knitters sitting or crocheters sitting around a table in a yarn shop. It's just, you just kind of have that camaraderie, that crafter camaraderie, and we're going to have to write that down. We're going to use that for something.
Is that alliteration again? But it's out there. The
really
community
nice.
is out there.
It is.
And I was just sharing, I had somebody move into the area that's new, and so she's all excited. She actually just signed up for the Crafting with Cotswold class. If you've relocated, if you don't have your community, don't be shy. That's why we do what we do, and that's what's great about Zoom.
That's the
because
great thing
everyone
about
can
Zoom.
get together no matter where you are.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Well, I hope that you find something like that in your area. And if not, the link for the Crafting with Cotswold class will be in the description box. And we would love to have you. Thanks so much for coming today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.